Welcome to the GCSE Maths Advantage. I'm Dr. James Carter, and every episode I'm going to break down one topic, show you where the marks are, and give you a quick win you can use in your next exam. Whether you're targeting a grade 7 or pushing for a 9. Let's get into it.
Hook, this one question lost more marks than any other on last year's papers. Students labelled 3 angles wrong and dropped 4 marks in one go. It wasn't because they couldn't do the arithmetic, it was because they didn't label the diagram. Then the examiner couldn't follow their reasoning. Sound familiar? If it does, stay with me. Today's rules fix that.
Wow, 4 marks from a labelling slip. That's brutal. So what should I be able to do after this episode?
By the end, you'll clearly know 3 circle theorems that keep coming up at higher tier, why they work, exactly how the examiner awards method and accuracy marks, and a 30-second labelling routine to use on every question. Let's start with the 3 core theorems.
Section 1. The concept. First rule, angle at the centre is twice the angle at the circumference standing on the same arc. Imagine a circle with centre O and points A and B on the circle. Angle AOB at the centre sits on arc AB. Angle ACB at the circumference, where C is another point on the circle, stands on the same arc. The centre angle AOB is exactly twice ACB. That's because the centre sees the whole arc, while the circumference only half of it. Say AOB is 100 degrees, ACB must be 50 degrees. No magic, just the way arcs subtend angles.
So, if I see a centre angle and a circumference angle on the same arc, I can immediately halve or double. Got it?
Good. Second rule, angles in the same segment are equal. If 2 angles stand on the same arc, but both are at the circumference, for example, angle ACB and angle ADB on arc AB, they are equal. Practically, if you see 2 angles labelled differently, but they subtend the same chord AB, check whether they should be equal. This is a common exam trap. Candidates assume angles are different because the picture looks skewed, but equal arcs give equal angles. Third rule, cyclic quadrilaterals. If 4 points lie on a circle, opposite angles add to 180 degrees. So angle A plus angle C equals 180, and angle B plus angle D equals 180. A related rule students meet is the tangent chord theorem. The angle between a tangent and a chord equals the angle in the opposite arc. Remember these as a package: centre versus circumference, same segment, and cyclic opposite angles. Those 3 cover the majority of higher tier circle questions.
Why does the tangent one work? It always confuses me.
Quick reason, a tangent touches the circle at exactly 1 point, so the angle it makes with a chord is subtending the same arc as an angle at the circumference. In exam language, you can say angle between tangent and chord equals angle in opposite arc. That short sentence is enough as a reason on your script. Right, let's apply these to a worked example so you can see method marks in action.
Section 2. Worked example and exam marking. Here's a past paper style question. Circle with centre O, points A, B, C, D lie on the circle. Angle AOB is 120 degrees. There's a tangent at B, and angle between the tangent and chord BC is labelled X. Find X. First step, label the centre O clearly on your diagram. Write down the given. AOB is 120 degrees.
OK, so AOB is the centre angle. That links to an angle at the circumference, yes?
Exactly. If AOB is 120 degrees, the angle at the circumference that stands on arc AB is half that, so 60 degrees. Now we bring in the tangent chord theorem. The angle between the tangent at B and chord BC equals the angle in the opposite arc. We need to spot which arc the chord is subtending and match it to the angle we just found. In this diagram, that angle is 60 degrees, so X equals 60 degrees. Simple arithmetic, but here's the exam marking detail.
Marks are usually split. M1 for setting up the relation, for example writing angle at centre is twice angle at circumference, or showing the half-double step, M1 for using the tangent-chord relation with the correct angle, and A1 for the correct answer. If you only wrote x equals 60 with no working, you may only get the A1 if the mark scheme allows a correct answer without method. Don't risk it. Write at least one line of reasoning.
So write the theorem name or a short reason, like you said earlier.
Yes, a short scripted reason helps. Write angles in same segment are equal, or angle between tangent and chord equals angle in opposite arc. Examiners love this. It's a grade 9 move that secures M marks, even if the final arithmetic slips. Write it down, don't just think it. Now, common mistakes to avoid: not labelling the centre, failing to show which arcs you use, and assuming angles are alternate or corresponding without checking the arc. Those small slips lose method marks fast.
Section 3. The Quick Win and Practice Drill. Quick Win. A 4-step labelling routine you can do in 30 seconds on every circle question. Step 1. Mark the centre O clearly and label all points on the circumference. Step 2. Circle or underline any given angles and write their values next to them. Step 3. Draw small arc marks or arrows to show which angles subtend the same arc, and write the theorem name briefly: centre equals 2 times circle or same segment. Step 4. State your reason before you compute the number. For example, so angle ACB equals half times AOB equals 60 degrees. That routine turns understanding into visible method and wins marks.
That's doable under time pressure. Can we do a quick practice now?
Yes, 2-minute guided drill. I'll call 3 tiny diagrams. Do them on scrap paper now. First, circle with centre O, chord AB, and point C on the circumference, making angle ACB. If angle AOB is 140 degrees, what is angle ACB? Step through the routine. Mark O, note centre angle, halve it, write angle at centre equals 2 times circ as your reason. Your answer should be 70 degrees. Second quick diagram. Cyclic quadrilateral ABCD with angle A equals 110 degrees. Find angle C. Use the rule opposite angles in a cyclic quad sum to 180. So angle C equals 70 degrees. Write that reason on your script and move on.
Third, tangent at T touching the circle at B, chord BA, and angle between tangent and BA labelled X. If angle in opposite arc is 40 degrees, what is X? Use tangent chord theorem and write the short line, angle between tangent and chord equals angle in opposite arc, so X equals 40 degrees. After each answer, substitute back if you can. It's a 2-second check that catches sign slips and wrong angle types.
Nice. Those feel quick to do if you practice. One last question. What if the diagram isn't neat and I can't see which arc an angle uses?
Great question. When the diagram is messy, redraw a small version, keeping the important points and the circle shape. Label the centre, redraw chords lightly, and place arrows showing equal arcs. Even a rough sketch with clear labels is better than a messy original. Examiners follow your reasoning, not your artistic talent. Marks are there for the taking. Make it easy for them to follow your steps. That's your quick win for today. If this helped, share it with a friend who's revising. You'll find more worked solutions and a free downloadable worksheet of practice diagrams at jcacademyonline.co.uk. There's a link in the show notes. Visit the site for the PDF and timed drills to lock these rules into your exam routine. That's your quick win for today. If this helped, share it with a friend who's revising. You'll find more worked solutions and revision resources at jcacademyonline.co.uk. Until next time, trust the process and nail that exam. Stay curious.